Hello dear listeners, how are you all? Hope all will be fine. My name is Neil, and I bring you scary ghost and amazing mystery stories. Today's story is sent to us by a listener from India. When he and some of his friends went on a holiday to the beautiful hilly region of Shimla, they had the experience of spending the night in a guest house, which was actually a ghost house. Listen to the story till the end. Before starting the story, please like the video. And if you have come to our channel for the first time, then also subscribe to the channel. So let's start the story. Shimla is a popular summer destination in India, and often becomes crowded during peak summer season. As with the heat wave in plains, Chandigarh, Haryana, Delhi, etc., a lot of people tend to rush uphill for the weekend or for a vacation. I live in Chandigarh, and on a Friday evening, 3 of my friends picked up 3 cases of beer and asked me to be ready with my icebox as we were heading to Shimla for the weekend. It was a guy's road trip, so no clothes were packed. We had 2 cases of beer in the car's boot, 1 case in an icebox in the second row seats, and we left from Chandigarh around 7 p.m. We had no idea about the accommodation in Shimla. Our friend who was driving just told us that one of his friends has a guest house in Shimla. That's all we knew. Some of our other friends were ahead of us, in another vehicle, and our friend who knew about the guest house shared the location with the people in the other vehicle. While we got stuck in a traffic jam, the friends in other vehicle ahead of us managed to reach the guest house in time around 8:30 p.m. and they called us to tell us that the place looks weird and felt uneasy. So they left from there and booked a stay elsewhere towards the center of Shimla, someplace lively. They told us to go to that place only if we had no other place to go. We didn't think much of it. We got out of traffic and 3 of us had consumed 2 cases of beer, Kingfisher Light, 24 bottles by 650 milliliters, and we had put our last case of beer in the icebox as we reached Shimla. We had dinner at some place there and went on to Summer Hill to the guest house. The route is unlit with tree branches lying across the road like it's some abandoned ghost town. It was around 10 p.m. as we got there, and the place looked like a total haunted house. We were resistant to step into that place. We were all 6 feet tall, and the roof at this place was 5 feet off the ground. We couldn't stand straight at any spot. The friend who owned the guest house showed up shortly after and showed us the rooms. As we weren't carrying any clothes or anything, it was just the beer in the icebox that was to be unpacked. We kept the icebox in one of the rooms. We were given 4 separate rooms, and just as the guest house owner was leaving, he mentioned, "Do not open the windows or the doors, no matter how badly they are being knocked." And that's when goosebumps took over, and I asked him, who would knock the windows at this hour? And as I was about to undo the curtains on the windows, he held my hand and mentioned, "Let the night pass. Do not open the curtains or the windows." This time, we were mildly drunk, 2 cases of beer, and that was only reason to sleep that night. After the owner, friend, left, we all shifted into one room that had a window from where we could see our car parking. 4 of us slept on a 6 by 6 feet bed and shared the one attached washroom. The night went by, there were knocks at night, but the bigger problem was 4 of us trying to fit on bed. We got up the next morning and the beer and icebox was still chilled. We had that case of beer as pre-breakfast appetizer, and as we were to vacate the place, I had this curiosity to see what was behind the window where he stopped me to open the curtains. So I went from outside the guest house to see the area behind the window, and it was a deep ditch, not even an inch of space for someone to stand and knock. It was unreal, and we never went to that place again or trusted that friend to book a stay ever again. In fact, the 4 of us never went on a hillside trip together again. A few months later, the friend who knew the guest house owner delivered the news that the guest house owner, his friend, committed suicide, that same guest house. We never spoke of this again.